It is well and good to say that the Indians are highly religious, and there's a large domination of the entire population into religion. Our beliefs and our cultures have dominated our outlook and our understanding towards cultures and societies in general. Uh, as women, I can say that people have always radicalized the menstruation to be a taboo, whereas it is a very normal condition in women, and it's very normal to menstruate, but people do not want to talk about it. They retrieve themselves from talking about it and then discussing problems associated with it, which is a very important issue, and people need to be aware about the complicacies of it and need to talk about it. On the other hand, there are several diseases which are very prevalent in rural areas and and not very frequent in urban areas, which is diseases like measles or maybe pox, certain kind of pox and all, which in some or the other way uh, disturbs our skin and the way we look. These kind of diseases are also associated with some kind of taboo, and people do not really accept it to be a disease. Rather, they associate it with some kind of witchcraft or uh, some kind of religious entity uh, destroying our body or something like that. So in India, it's very prevalent that it's very easy to make a fool out of people in the name of religion and beliefs. But we need to understand that there are certain scientific basis to medical conditions, and we must understand and work towards uh, accepting such problems with a much more uh, holistic and better approach. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, Prachi, uh, start with your introduction.
um, I am Prachi Binani. I come from Guwahati, Assam. I have done my schooling from Vivekanand Kendra Vidyalaya, Golaghat, and I have done my high secondary from Guwahati in humanities. I've recently graduated in English honors from St. Xavier's University, Kolkata. I've always been inclined towards social sciences, and I've always wanted to work towards it, as a result of which I have been an active member in the social work committee in my college, where we conducted several camps and projects to provide basic education and basic needs to the people living in remote areas, and have worked towards helping them to get a basic education. Apart from that, during lockdown, I have volunteered with Assam Police and Pratishruti Cancer and Palliative Trust to monitor the COVID positive patients and keep a check on their regular health and physical and mental well-being. Recently, I have been a part of the Robin Hood Army, who again work towards providing education and basic food to the ones who are in need and to the underprivileged living in remote areas where such problems are much more prevalent in the COVID times. In Guwahati, I live with my mother, who is running a small business operating from home, and my brother, who has recently passed class 12th. Um, my father had passed away 2 years back in a tragic incident, which is something that has driven me to work towards the health sector in general.
Okay. So what do you understand by public health?
So public health is basically promoting and improving the uh, so overall factors that influences the health of one person. For example, we can consider education, we can consider sanitation, we can consider family in general, and many other issues.
Okay. So when we talk about public health from the government side, and when we are going to study public health with social work side. So what
Yes,
is the
yes.
relation between these two?
uh, the government plays a very important role in terms of providing better healthcare to a better public healthcare to the individuals. Now we follow the UK approach, which is a very societal approach where we work towards providing uh, primary healthcare to every individual without every individual. So it is the government who would be making policies and regulating ideas to improve the overall health sector, so as to say, the public health sector. Therefore, I believe that the government and public health sector are largely connected.
Okay. So what would be the role of a public health graduate who is the social work graduate who is doing public health specialization?
Um, as a social worker, our job would be to understand the issues in a very holistic manner. We would come up with a better uh, responsiveness. We would come up with implementing the ideas given by government. We would ensure that the policies that has been given by the government or adopted by the government are reached to those who are vulnerable and are underprivileged, and we would ensure that all sectors of the country, every sector, is some or the other way affected by the policies and the implementations done by public as well as private sectors in terms of health.
Okay. So have you read the new health policy?
Uh, I'm not aware of that, sir.
Okay. So what is your opinion about alternative medicines that we have in India, like Ayurveda, homeopath, Unani medicine?
I believe that our due to due to consumption of allopathic for so many years around, it would be very difficult for our bodies right now to accept Ayurveda. But I am an avid believer in Ayurveda, and I really believe that Ayurveda can improve the overall health. It can improve the overall lifestyle of one person, and and I believe that people must talk about it and must aware the new generation who are going to be dominated by the allopathic industry. They must also know about the Ayurveda and the rich culture that India has in the sector.
And what about other alternative medicine streams like homeopath and Unani medicine?
Homeopath would be a good option, but it is slow in process. So for people who are terminally ill or are in a long term ailments, uh, cannot really rely upon the homeopathic uh, as such. But initially, if you really focus upon the homeopathic from the initial stages of certain problems and ailments, I think homeopathic would work well as well.
Okay. So there is a big problem that we face in our rural India or small towns also. Government people have lost their trust in government machinery. They are, even for the smallest of the problem, they don't go to the government clinics or government healthcare center. Rather, they prefer to go for yeah, private clinics or even for the doctors who are not even properly trained. So, why this situation came, and what would be the solution for that?
um, so a fact that I have recently come across is around 92% Indians do not trust doctors and healthcare centers when it comes to their own health ailments. And if you look at the problem, I believe that the doctors, first of all, the doctors in government settings, they are not very concerned about delivering the entire process of healthcare to their patients. So which is I think the first problem that arises when it comes to the trust that a patient requires. Apart from that, I believe that the mistrust between both the uh, doctor and the patient is because of the lack of infrastructure, first of all, lack of sanitation, which in return degrades the patient's health condition, and therefore they do not prefer going to public health centers. Apart from that, I also believe that due to lack of health services, due to lack of hospitals in rural areas or maybe remote areas, people usually take longer time to uh, reach to places where they can get their treatment. Therefore, due to this longevity of time, uh, they lose their loved ones or their family, and as a result of which they blame the healthcare sector, they blame the doctors, which is another problem that has been prevalent when it comes to trust. So the things that can be done to avoid these things would be first, do, we need to improvise our healthcare structure. We need to improvise the uh, sanitation services. We need to improvise the infrastructure. We need to make more sub centers and public health and primary healthcare centers. uh, we need to, yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
can you tell me what are the specific healthcare needs uh, of your area, matlab, like in your state? So, matlab, healthcare
Yes,
basically
my area
encompass
would be
everything. But what was the focus
uh,
area?
sorry, around 86% of us people living in Assam are living in rural areas. So the required number of sub centers, primary health centers, and other healthcare, public healthcare provisions is not as much as we require it. Okay, so we need to construct more of these, and we need to operate them really well. Around 75% of the primary healthcare centers do not have proper access to sorry, medical services like labor rooms and laboratories and all. So we need to focus upon improvising the ones we already have, and to increase the number of sub centers and primary health centers to overall improve the health condition of Assam, because
So,
the larger domination is towards the rural areas.
so apart from COVID-19, which diseases is prevalent in your state right now?
Apart from COVID-19, the the issue of prenatal and postnatal care is very prevalent. The children here are malnourished and are stunted. uh, we lack the basic and apart from that, due to flood, the remote areas, the riverine islands do not have access to proper healthcare due to due to the condition where such areas cannot have constructed buildings and healthcare centers. So we need to focus upon that and provide healthcare services to people living in those areas. Apart from that, the
Okay, Prachi, let's say that you are working for any government or non-government organization which is basically responsible for vaccination drive in a particular region, probably well, mostly the rural region. So people are not very much accepting the vaccination drive. They are ignoring and they are not coming for the vaccination. So what would be your strategy to deal with that?
I believe that people, due to this whole COVID situation, people have lost trust to the government, for the government and the entire healthcare system, which is why this issue is quite obvious. Even people who are educated, um, or sensible, are also questioning themselves before going for a vaccination drive. So therefore, I believe that we need to educate people in a much more holistic manner, in order to let them accept the entire process of vaccination, and teach them the importance of vaccination, and how it can improvise the entire COVID situation right now.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। तो प्राची, ऐसे तो तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा था, बट देयर आर वेरी बेसिक मिस्टेक्स दैट यू आर डूइंग। जैसे तुम वो आंसर कई बार नहीं करते जब पूछा जा रहा है। मैंने बोला कोविड
Okay.
19 के अलावा विच डिजीज इज मोस्ट प्रेवलेंट। So rather than taking the disease name, you are taking what kind of care is needed और कहाँ पे जरूरत है,
Mm-hmm.
इतना नहीं है। तो बोलना चाहिए मलेरिया, टीबी, इस तरह का कोई
हाँ
डिजीज
हाँ हाँ,
चाहिए,
okay.
है ना। तो दूसरी
Mm-hmm.
चीज क्या था, जैसे लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये था कि जैसे आप आस्क्ड यू टू कि when you are मतलब going for vaccination drive and finding people are not responding and not cooperating with vaccination drive, so what would be your approach? The first thing that would be doing is finding out why they are not, rather than assuming ki why they are not cooperating. You have to find it out, you have to research it,
Okay, sir.
है ना। So for if you go for any focal area or local area, the problem might be very different than what we generally see.
Hmm.
So rather than just saying that they have lost the trust, there must be or there may be other reasons, है ना, by which they are not cooperating the vaccination drive। समझ
Yes,
आई
yes.
बात? तो
Mm-hmm.
मतलब रिसर्च इज समथिंग। जब भी आप कोई भी स्टेटमेंट बोलो तो उसमें या तो ये लगा दो कि आई विल हैव टू चेक व्हाई दे आर नॉट कोऑपरेटिंग।
Okay.
आप सोल्यूशन तो तभी दोगे ना जब,
Mm-hmm.
और उसमें भी जब मैंने आपसे बोला था कि people have stopped trusting government centers and they are going for uh, private clinics, even the doctors are not properly available, not अगर झोला छाप डॉक्टर भी होते हैं तो लोग वहां जाना पसंद करते हैं। तो
हाँ.
उसके पीछे का रीजन और उसका सॉल्यूशन, तो वो भी बहुत मतलब रीजन और सॉल्यूशन में रीजन और सॉल्यूशन सीधा सीधा बोलना है, यू डोंट हैव टू मेक स्टोरीज अराउंड इट,
ठीक है.
है ना। तो द रीजन यू कैन साइड की भाई जो तुमने बोला, ऑफ कोर्स यू टोल्ड मी एवरीथिंग, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम आंसर में बात नहीं करते हो, बट कीप इट फोकस, है ना, कि ये
ठीक
रीजन
है.
है और ये हम स्ट्रेटजिक स्टेप में सॉल्यूशन देना चाहते हैं,
ठीक है सर.
है ना। टू विन द ट्रस्ट, टू विन द मतलब हाउ टू, अब जैसे सेंटर है वो स्टैंड अलोन खड़ा है तो उसको अब लोगों के तक पहुंचना पड़ेगा भाई सम
ओके.
ये। तो अगर आप एक बार इस तरीके से पहुंचोगे, ट्रस्ट डेवलप करोगे, तब ये। और दूसरी चीज क्या है कि जो एक वो भी प्रॉब्लम है कि लोग प्रॉपरली ट्रेन डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जा रहे हैं, तो उसका एक सोल्यूशन ये भी हो सकता है कि वी नीड टू स्टॉप दैट प्रैक्टिस which is illegal.
ओके. हाँ.
Why somebody will go write any medicine to anyone, which is basically डॉक्टर्स को ही लिखना अलाउ होता है, ठीक है। तो ये आपका जो इंटरव्यू वाला पार्ट है वो तो ठीक था, है ना। यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट, मैं पहले उस पर बता दूं, रुको एक मिनट, आई जस्ट राइट इट। तो 76 के आसपास तो हमने वो किया तुम्हें, ठीक है। और 73 के आसपास ही स्टेप 4 का, तो वही 70 to 80 के रेंज में, विच इज अ गुड स्कोर, समझे। विल बी गेटिंग समथिंग लाइक दैट अगर तुमने ऐसा ही बोला तो। हम्म।
ऐसे बोलिए सर, मैं इतनी नर्वस हो गई, एकदम अजीब सा लगने लग गया.
वो मुझे